What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld. And right here, what we're going to be doing is recapping Week 1 of Monday Night Football for the 2017-2018 season. And we're going to start off right now with this death stare that Adrian Peterson gave to Sean Payton. Now, let me tell you, I'm going to look. When I saw this live, it just if you have kids, you know at some point when you're out in public, your kids are going to try you. That's the look that this man Peterson is given to Sean Payton. So the whole issue is Adrian Peterson can't stay on this team. I have to be honest with it. And I don't care what anybody says. It's sort of like this. Even with all the stuff that Richard Sherman did as far with Pete Carroll and stuff like that, running his mouth, when you look at your coach like that, let me just tell you what that means. That's a lack of respect. That's a lack of any type of respect for yourself, because Adrian Peterson has an opportunity right now that other teams weren't willing to give him. And you see, this is what the problem is. All he had to do was take less money and stay in Minnesota and stop with the BS. But now Dalvin Cook is there. And you see, look, people make decisions and it opens up opportunity for other people. So I'm happy that Adrian Peterson left the Vikings because it gives Dalvin Cook another chance, an extra chance to boost the chances of him being that guy early without having to worry about a veteran being there. You see what I'm saying? And he also outplayed Adrian Peterson as the Vikings took care of business against the New Orleans Saints. But just think about it like this, right? When you see this, right, and then you have to go home, just imagine as a man, Sean Payton has to go home to his wife and his kids. And his wife is probably looking at this like, hold on, wait a minute. What? You see what I'm saying? People don't really understand outside of coaching, because I've been a coach. I've been a head coach. When you leave, you got to deal with your family. Your family is like, yo, I saw this and my friend saw it too. What are you going to do, Dad? You know what I'm saying? Yo, you out here getting straight up disrespected by a clown. Adrian Peterson, look, let me just say this right now. I don't want to say that the man is washed up. He looked good, but he's an older running back. And at this time, you're in a Sean Payton offense that they don't run the ball a lot. All the running backs had some ridiculous numbers of carries and very, very low rushing yards. That's Sean Payton's style. Sean Payton passes the ball. Adrian Peterson is an eye-pro, line up in the backfield, run it all the time. The Vikings geared their offense towards him for years, and it was successful to a certain point. But ultimately, that time is over, bro. Because now, let me just say something. Sam Bradford played pretty well, and I'm always a very, very high critic of Sam Bradford, but he threw a lot of dots, and it was extra spicy hot dots. I just wanted to put that in there before, but this is what really drew me to this game. You know what I'm saying? Let's forget about the fact that the Vikings completely dominated the Saints. This right here really made me upset, because it's like, look, we're all for second chances, right? We know what Adrian Peterson did, and the Vikings still paid him. I don't like to bring up the stuff that happened with his child and stuff like that, but I was once a young boy, and I got my share of whoopings, bro, randomly from different type of things. You know what I'm saying? For just doing ridiculous things. I've never been hit, on my private area, bro. This dude, Adrian Peterson, you can see that's probably the same face he had on when his kid did something crazy, and he just you know what? I'm finna go crazy on you, bro. How are you looking at a grown man like that? Not only a grown man, but your head coach. If Adrian Peterson is 23, 24, you know what I'm saying? Coming in, just coming in and doing whatever like that. You're like, all right, you know what? We probably could keep this guy. There is no reason for him to keep Adrian. Adrian Peterson should be released today. And look, I'm telling you why. Again, you cannot operate like this. This is a business. This is not something to where you can just do whatever you want to do. And this dude is giving out Darth Vader death stares, bro. I'm very disappointed in Adrian Peterson, because you know what you were getting into. This is what it is. And regardless of what your head coach does, look, if you show Sean Payton up, you're not surviving. You see what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever happens, the outcome of this is going to determine whether the rest of the team respects Sean Payton or if he doesn't. Because you would never, ever see this with a Bill Belichick team. You see, this is what I'm saying. When you set the standard and you allow your players to play free, like Pete Carroll allows his players to do whatever, and then Richard Sherman starts going up to him and telling him, you better not pass the ball. You see, things like that, when you open up and you give your players an opportunity to do something, some of them go above and beyond. It's like you tell your kid, don't do this, don't do that, and they teeter on that line and continue to do whatever anyway. You get an opportunity to go to another team that's that's trying to give you a chance to do whatever. You take what you can get. You don't do this, bro. This is not professional. This is unacceptable. I don't care what else happens. Adrian Peterson should be released from the Saints. I don't care if anybody else picks him up. I don't care if he doesn't get another job in the NFL. You see, this right here, this is a prime example of an overachiever at this point. He is a great running back, but you are not the same guy that you were before. This is what I'm saying. People are going to deal with what they... If you are that good to do this, I would come on, give my opinion, and be like, yo, you know what? You probably got to keep him. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, you probably got to keep... Bruh, the dude is an old man in the NFL right now. You're a running back. It ain't like you're a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you're not a quarterback, bro. You're in a position where they'll just put somebody else in. And to be honest, with the offense that New Orleans runs, they don't really even need this guy to be there at all. This is a complete embarrassment to the organization. And like I said, Sean Payton, the decision that he makes determines how the team reacts. That's all I'm going to tell you, bro, because listen, I've been in heated conversations with my players. You know what I'm saying? And, high schoolers, that high schoolers, junior high schoolers, stuff like that. And this doesn't happen because you got to set a standard of respect. So obviously Sean Payton, that's his fault. That he probably been too nice and he didn't set a certain standard to where the kids understand, well, not kids, but the athletes. I was trying to correlate it to my situation, but to where the athletes understand that they can't operate like that. Because you're not going to see it with the high caliber coach. If you start naming high caliber coaches, you're not seeing this kind of crap. This takes away from what Sean Payton is trying to do. And it's very, very disappointing that Adrian Peterson on his first game, probably because he was heated because the Vikings were beating the blood out of him, whatever it was, for him to do this is completely unacceptable. And he should be released today. And if he's not released, Sean Payton, I lose a lot of respect for him, bro. I lose a lot of respect for him. But let's get to the actual game itself. I already told you Sam Bradford was balling out, right? Dalvin Cook outplayed Adrian Peterson. The Saints offense, field goal, and then, whatever, garbage time, all right? So it is what it is. The Vikings defense looked unbelievable. I like what they were doing. They were able... The biggest thing about this is what I was thinking about as I was watching Sam Bradford play. Teddy Bridgewater, I don't know what's going to happen with him. Because if the defense plays like that, I don't know if you guys remember Trent Dilfer. The dude was a bum that played in the Ravens team that won the Super Bowl with Shannon Sharpe. If you have a decent defense and a formidable quarterback, and what I mean by formidable, I mean a guy that can get up, put his pants on one leg at a time, and come to practice and throw a completion every now and again, and you got a great defense, you can go very far. So I don't know what's going to happen with Teddy Bridgewater. I like Teddy Bridgewater with his, his athleticism, being able to do certain things. But I'm just thinking in my mind as watching this game, the Vikings can win games with Sam Bradford, and with the defense playing it the way that they're playing, they can make noise. You know what I'm saying? If Trent Dilfer can win a Super Bowl, Sam Bradford can, take this team as far as they're willing to go with the defense. But the defense is going to have to lead them. They have a running game in Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook, he's going to be a great running back in this league. I'm just letting you guys know that right now. He has all the tools that are necessary, and I love his energy. And, that contributed also to Adrian Peterson's anger to see somebody else in that Vikings uniform do the things that he used to do. Don't get fooled. It was a lot of things that came into this that made it very, very overwhelming for Adrian Peterson. And you can see he still has anger issues because for him to do that, again, it was ridiculous. But overall, the Saints look like the Saints. They're a pass-first team. They're not really trying to get the run game involved. And like Drew Brees said, if they don't go back to being 50% run, 50% pass, I don't like their future. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what this game was. But let's jump into the Denver Broncos. And we all know what happened, bro. I don't know. Yo, this kicker's name is so wild. It's like Fung Ho. I don't know what his name is. It's some kind of weird name. But he somehow got the kick blocked. But let's just talk about Phillip Rivers, right? Phillip Rivers is such an underrated quarterback. And when you're losing a game by that many points, right? You're losing a game. And you're able to come back, bro, and put on a show like that. Put your team in a position to win. And then let me just say this. Casey Hayward dropped the pick 6. But Trevor Siemian did play very, very well. I was very, very disappointed in the fact that the special team... First of all, he's a first... I think a first-year head coach. Yeah, he made the decision to call the timeout. This is what I've learned. I've learned this by watching that whole thing when you call timeouts. Don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let them go out there. do what they have to do, because sometimes you ice your own, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ice your own player. And that was my major issue, and something that really, really made me concerned with the fact that these new head coaches don't understand. If you look at it from certain percentages, it's better to just let them kick the field goal. But either way, dudes got their kick blocked, right? This dude Younghoe Koo, whatever this guy's name is, bro. I don't understand what was going on and why this guy. You get your... Listen, I'm very, very upset about the whole situation, as I know that Charger fans are as well. But I'm more upset about his name. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not even... Bro, it was a very, very exciting game. If you stayed up to watch this game on the East Coast, you're the real MVP. But I'm letting you guys... When I give you guys these recaps, I'm letting you know emotionally how I felt. It was a situation where I don't understand what the F was going on. Let me just say this right now, because Phillip Rivers is going to be Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers is going to make plays, all right? Phillip Rivers is going to do everything possible, and it was so good to see him out there with receivers that are not dead or on the IR. And do you see what this man can do when he has receivers that are out there, when Keenan Allen is out there balling? He got that, what was that, Tyrell Williams? Like, when he has tools to throw the ball to, this man is so dangerous, and I love their defense. Joey Bosa did get his ankles broken out one play, though, by Trevor Siemian. I don't know. Was that a Madden move? Listen, I don't know what was going on. But I just want to make sure that we're very, very clear about this and we understand where we are, okay? The Chargers are going to win a lot of games this year if nobody gets hurt, okay? And that's a very, very big statement that I'm making, if nobody gets hurt. Because we all know half the team going to be injured. Knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? I don't, but it's just the luck that they have. We know what's going to happen, but don't take away from the fact that Phillip Rivers is an elite quarterback in this league. And I hate having arguments in the barbershop. Oh, he hasn't won nothing. Oh, he had Gates. He had Vincent Jackson. He had all... Bruh, have you seen these guys' defenses? And even when he had LaDainian Tomlinson and they were in the playoff game and they lost, I think, to the Jets. Did they lose to the Jets in that playoffs when LT was there? He was hurt on the sideline. Can't remember the team. Was it the Jets or the Patriots? One of those teams, right? Something always goes wrong for them. Something always goes wrong for them. But you know what? I really don't like the fact that certain people don't get credit for their greatness just because of the surrounding situations. Let's remember that this is a team sport. And if all of your receivers are dead or on the IR, there's not much you can do. But the Chargers have a great defense. I think that they're gonna start to mesh together better. I think that we're gonna see a lot more than we thought from the Chargers very, very soon. So I just want to let the Charger fans know, keep your head up. With that defense and Phillip Rivers, you're going to win a lot more games this year. I don't know if you're going to come out of that division. That division is very, very tough, man. You know, you got the Raiders over there and all these boys. Obviously, you got the Broncos. It's going to be, you know, the AFC West, it's going to be bad. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be real, real tough. But I like the Broncos' chances if they can stay healthy. Defensively and offensively, they don't lose anybody major. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we could keep, you know, Williams in there on offense, we can keep Keenan Allen and these boys out there. I really like what we could possibly see from the Chargers. So, all in all, the game was very, very exciting. I wish the Chargers would have gotten better breaks. You know, that Hayward pick six that he dropped. You know, things like that. That changes the game, bro. And then everybody, oh, bro, yeah, shut up. Siemian is better. Siemian is better than he was last year. But let's not, look, he threw a pick six that was dropped. You got to make those plays. You cannot drop those. Yo, see, I get very, very frustrated because when I'm watching the game, I'm not a fan of any NFL team. But when I see clear game-changing plays that are fluked, that are really dropped by guys that are just, like, get your head in the game, bro. That's why Deion Sanders, to me, is the greatest corner. He's the greatest cornerback of all time. And let me know in the comment section if you agree. There's not one play that Deion Sanders didn't make when his team needed it. If you're going to be great, you got to be great. That's the statement. It seems cliche, but that's the statement. You got to be great all the time. You got to make sure that you make those key plays. You can't do that. And yeah, there was other plays that went this way, that way, but that one stood out, bro. And that's the one that was like, all right, you know what? This guy Hayward sucks. And I didn't really mean it, but that's what I was feeling. And I was very, very disappointed. Very, very disappointed. And this game could have gone either way. I just want to be very, very clear with that. It's not like, oh yeah, the Broncos are that much better. No. Plus the Broncos was a little bit more of a disarray because they just cut Ward or whatever like that. I think he's on the Bucs now, but a lot of things were going on that was in the Chargers' favors that they should have probably won this game. And they fell short on some ridiculousness. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. Phillip Rivers was so hot, bro. If they go to overtime and they win that toss, do I need to tell you what's going to happen? But again, I got to give kudos to the Broncos because they pulled it out, bro. When somebody's that hot down the stretch, just throwing dots everywhere and they're scoring like that, and you're able to stop it and do what you have to do and win the game by getting in to block a field goal, kudos to you. But I don't want anybody to not realize the Chargers are for real, and they can be a very, very good team pending health. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this recap. Definitely subscribe, definitely share. Let me know what you want to hear about in the comment section because we got other things we're going to be talking about on this channel. Welcome to Gmia. We're going to have a great year. Until next time, one love.